This is Friday Freedom for January the 23rd, 2026, here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. As we follow the Christ, we are to choose freedom from addiction. In 1 Corinthians 6, verse 12, and we're going to be using the English Standard Version on this one. This version does a particularly good job of bringing out what is going on here, because what makes the most sense is Paul is not asserting or teaching the idea that all things are lawful, because in Scripture it's very blatant that all things are not lawful, but rather he is quoting some things that people are saying, and then he's giving rebuttals of what they're saying. And maybe in a future video we can look at that some more to see how that's going on here. But he states this quote: "All things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be dominated by anything. Food is meant for the stomach, and the stomach for food, and God will destroy both one and the other. The body is not meant for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body." So he's going into a discussion here talking about fornication, about sexual sin. So, in bringing up this idea of food meant for the stomach and the stomach for food, introducing basically the idea people have appetites. And so someone might try to use this to justify this. Well, people have an appetite for food, and then people have, an appetite for other things. And he's like, no, that's not quite how that works. Amid all of this, among all this discussion of stuff, he uses this, he makes this statement: "I will not be dominated by anything." I want you to consider that. Now, obviously, he's going to be dominated by the Christ. He's crucified with Christ. It's no longer Paul that lives, but Christ lives in him. He talks about that in Galatians 2:20. But as far as things in this world, not going to be dominated by those things. Consider addiction. That's being dominated by something. When a person is a Christian, they're to choose to no longer be dominated by things of this world. In context here, introducing the idea of appetites. People get appetites for things. They get things that they have longings for, cravings for, compulsions for. In the Christ, we are to choose to give these things up. These things are not, this is not stuff that we're just supposed to say, oh, well, that's just something, it's just my vice. No, not supposed to be dominated by anything. The things that people excuse because, well, it's just kind of always been a little problem I've had, or, it's an addiction. And I get it. Some of these things that people, when it comes to substances people get addicted to, even behaviors, it can be really strong for a person. But we also live at a time where the resources are abundant to deal with these things. So this year, as you begin this new year, it is time to choose freedom from these things. Take the steps you need to not be dominated, not be brought under the power of anything but the Christ. You have a great rest of the day, and shalom.